Today, the family of Nancy Guthrie has announced a $1 million reward for information leading to her recovery. The offer marks a significant escalation in a case that has gripped public attention and raised urgent questions about what happened, what authorities know, and what remains unanswered. In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to walk you through exactly what's confirmed, what's being claimed, and the one detail most coverage is skipping that changes how this unfolds. Stay with me, because once you see how these pieces connect, the entire situation looks very different. Here is what we know. Multiple outlets, including Fox 10 Phoenix, The Wall Street Journal, and The Hollywood Reporter, confirm that the Guthrie family publicly announced a $1 million reward tied specifically to Nancy Guthrie's safe recovery. According to those reports, the family stated they still believe in a miracle, signaling that they continue to hold out hope. What is confirmed is the size of the reward and the family's direct involvement in issuing it. What remains unclear is whether law enforcement requested this reward, supported it formally, or views it as strategically helpful in an ongoing investigation. There has been no official announcement declaring the case closed. Authorities have not publicly confirmed a resolution. That distinction matters. A $1 million private reward is not routine. It signals urgency. It signals pressure. And it often signals that families believe time is critical. The deeper accountability issue is this. What does the reward suggest about the current state of the investigation? Is it an effort to generate new leads, to prompt someone with information to come forward, or does it reflect frustration with the pace of progress? Those are questions we will examine carefully. We will separate confirmed facts from speculation. We will look at the timeline, and we will ask what happens next. Let's lay out only what is confirmed by multiple reputable sources. According to reporting from Fox 10 Phoenix, The Wall Street Journal, and The Hollywood Reporter, the Guthrie family has formally offered a $1 million reward for information leading to the recovery of Nancy Guthrie. The family made the announcement publicly and stated they still believe in a miracle, signaling their continued hope that she can be found. The reward is privately funded by the family. There has been no confirmed statement indicating that the $1 million is being provided by a government agency or law enforcement body. It is a family-driven initiative. The reward is specifically tied to information that leads to Nancy Guthrie's recovery. Reports do not indicate that it is structured as a general tip-line incentive. Instead, it appears to be outcome-focused, meaning it is contingent upon actionable information that results in her being located. Law enforcement agencies remain involved in the investigation. However, as of the latest reporting from the cited outlets, there has been no public declaration that the case has been resolved. There has also been no official confirmation of a suspect being charged in connection with her disappearance. Authorities have not publicly released detailed findings about the circumstances of her disappearance beyond previously confirmed timelines. There has been no verified court filing announcing criminal charges tied directly to her case at the time of this reporting. The family's public messaging has emphasized hope and urgency. They have encouraged anyone with information to come forward. It is important to note what has not been confirmed. There has been no official public statement indicating that investigators have exhausted all leads. There has also been no formal law enforcement statement suggesting the reward is a last resort. At this stage, the confirmed facts are straightforward. A $1 million reward has been announced. The family remains hopeful. The investigation remains active. No public resolution has been confirmed. Those are the verified elements. Now we separate what is being claimed from what is actually confirmed. Since the announcement of the $1 million reward, public conversation has intensified. Social media speculation has accelerated. Online forums have generated theories ranging from criminal conspiracy to institutional failure. But speculation is not evidence. Here is the reality. There is no confirmed public statement from law enforcement declaring that they are out of leads. There is no verified court filing announcing a suspect tied directly to Nancy Guthrie's disappearance at this stage. There is also no official declaration that the investigation has stalled. The claim circulating in some online commentary is that the reward signals desperation. That interpretation may reflect emotion, but it is not confirmed fact. Rewards in missing person cases serve multiple purposes. They can generate new tips. They can re-energize media coverage. They can apply pressure on individuals who may have knowledge but have not yet come forward. That does not automatically mean investigators are without direction. Another claim being repeated is that a reward of this size implies foul play has been confirmed. That is not supported by public documentation. While authorities may treat certain cases with heightened suspicion, official findings are communicated through formal channels, press conferences, charging documents, or court filings. None of those, based on the cited reports, confirm criminal liability at this time. It is also important to distinguish between the family's emotional framing and investigative conclusions. When the family says they still believe in a miracle, that is a statement of hope. It is not a legal assessment. The gap between public emotion and verified information is where confusion grows. And here is the deeper point. When a private family offers $1 million, it raises the stakes publicly. It increases visibility. It intensifies scrutiny. But it does not replace due process, nor does it confirm a specific narrative. Right now, the confirmed fact is the reward. The unconfirmed element is what, if anything, it reveals about the internal state of the investigation. That distinction matters. Now we turn to the accountability question. When a family offers $1 million for information, it changes the dynamic of a case, not legally, but publicly. Law enforcement agencies operate under structured investigative protocols. Evidence collection, witness interviews, forensic analysis, and prosecutorial review follow established procedures. Those steps are not typically driven by public pressure. They are driven by evidence. But high-profile cases are rarely insulated from public scrutiny. A reward of this magnitude creates pressure on potential witnesses, on investigators, and on anyone connected to the case who may be holding information. That pressure can be constructive. It can also complicate investigative strategy. So, who holds the power here? Formally, law enforcement retains investigative authority. They control evidence, interviews, and charging decisions. A private reward does not override that authority. However, the family holds narrative influence. By publicly announcing $1 million, they shape the public urgency of the case. They signal that they are not waiting quietly. They are mobilizing. That can create both opportunity and tension. Opportunity because new tips may surface. Tension because investigations require discretion. Public visibility can complicate witness cooperation or introduce noise, tips that are speculative rather than substantive. There is no confirmed reporting suggesting conflict between the Guthrie family and investigators. There is also no public documentation indicating disagreement over strategy. But here is the institutional question worth examining carefully. When families feel compelled to escalate publicly, what does that say about communication between investigators and loved ones? Is the reward purely strategic, or does it reflect frustration with pace? We do not have confirmed evidence of either. That is precisely why discipline matters. Accountability in a case like this does not mean assigning blame prematurely. It means asking whether all available tools are being used effectively, and whether transparency is balanced properly with investigative integrity. The power dynamic is delicate, and in high-stakes missing person cases, delicate dynamics matter. When a family offers $1 million for the recovery of a missing loved one, the impact does not stay confined to that family. It ripples outward. First, it reignites public attention. Cases that may have slipped from daily headlines are suddenly back in national conversation. That visibility can be powerful. It can bring forward witnesses who were hesitant. It can trigger memories. It can motivate action, but it also heightens emotion. Communities begin asking harder questions. Are investigators moving quickly enough? Are all leads being pursued? Is there information being withheld for strategic reasons? Those questions are understandable. They are also complicated. In any active investigation, authorities must balance transparency with preservation of evidence. Releasing too much detail can compromise interviews, contaminate testimony, or undermine potential prosecutions. Releasing too little can erode trust. That tension is real. The $1 million reward introduces another factor: incentive. Rewards can prompt critical tips. They can also generate noise, speculative claims driven by financial motivation rather than verified knowledge. Investigators must sift carefully. For the broader public, this moment is about trust. Trust that law enforcement is working methodically. Trust that the family's actions are coordinated responsibly. Trust that facts will eventually emerge through due process, not rumor. The strongest close to this story is not speculation. It is patience anchored in accountability. The confirmed fact remains simple. The Guthrie family has offered $1 million for Nancy's recovery. The unanswered questions remain equally clear. What new information will surface? Will the reward shift the trajectory of the case? And what developments will follow in the coming weeks? This case is not closed. It is evolving. We will continue to separate verified information from assumption. We will continue to ask careful questions without jumping to conclusions. Subscribe for updates. We follow the facts.